My relationship with the Royal Court probably began when I was at drama school, in that it was the first time that I was introduced to the concept, if you like, of, this is the place where new writing happens. And prior to that, I sort of read plays and they all seemed to sort of have been written many, many years ago. And this idea that there were new plays being written and performed in a space in London was here. It wasn't until later that I worked with Max Stafford Clark and learned all about the joint stock and Bill Gaskill and all those people that sort of were very influential in creating somewhat the remit of the Royal Court. And what's always amazed me is that since those directors, the directors that followed have always stayed quite faithful to the Royal Court remit and have always produced incredible work as a result, specifically focusing on new writing. I read books about the Royal Court and looked back in anger and how that was so influential in terms of, making us look at theatre as this sort of, a sort of thing that was more to do with, what was going on at the time, what was important to people here and now, and sort of changed the way that we sort of dealt with writing in the theatre. I think the Royal Court has continued to matter because of its focus on new writing, I would say. Yes, they do very brilliantly well-imagined interpretations of classical plays as well, but its focus on new writing seems to be at the centre of its remit, and there's always going to be a need to nurture writers and directors who are not just trying to sort of ape the sort of old trends, but are trying to create new ones. Debbie Tucker-Green is a brilliant example of somebody who is, or Howard Barker, who are people who are trying to find new ways that respect the old ways, but are trying to create new ones as well, and that's keeps our debates, current and up to date, and I think that's why it's still important. My own personal passion at the moment is the issue of diversity. I think that the Royal Court has a great history in terms of its adherence to creating more diverse work that reflects the demographic of London and the country. So I suppose it would be to sort of be more rigorous with that in its search for stories that reflect the people that have lived here in London for hundreds of years. I mean, we talk about the sort of, particularly London being a multicultural society, and it's been so since the 1700s, but there are so many stories that aren't in the sort of public consciousness at all, and I would say, with its great record, that it would continue to do that and to dig deeper in its attempt to sort of find those stories and find the people that would be able to bring that to the world, the public in general. If the Royal Court didn't exist, I would not have met as many people who were as passionate about the same issues as I am with regard to current issues that are often portrayed here in a brilliant way. I wouldn't have found a sort of outlet or forum for the passion that I now feel, fight for in my professional life.